It's December 29th, and every man listening right now knows the feeling. The fire is coming back, but so is the fear that next year, just around the corner, will exactly end the same way the last 2 years have. Coming up today, why your motivation fades by, February, and how to prevent it with a foolproof system. And that conversation starts right now, live. Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends. Welcome to Mornings in the Lab, where
when something negative comes up.
Building muscle improves blood flow.
From squirting to squirreling.
Start small, build up, and expand from there.
Be entertained by fun over here.
How have I slept? Because my sleep has been good. 7.
What doesn't come from breaking the rules, you guys? Good morning, good morning, good morning. A little bit of a dance this morning. Good morning and welcome back to Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends, your live morning show experience for daily motivation. The first words out of the mouth this morning for daily motivation, real talk, real mumbles, and entertaining conversations that help you start your day with momentum and some positive energy. Good morning, Holroyd. I see you there on the community. Hey guys, listen, before we jump into it, I got an invitation for you. I would like you to help us grow this show and community. The invitation goes like this: hit like, hit subscribe, and say something in the comments. Come say hello. Where are you tuning in from this morning? Where are you joining this live morning show, and what are you up to this morning? And hey, are you nervous about what's coming around the corner? It's New Year's. We talk resolutions, but we don't talk resolutions on this show. Hey, come drop a yes or say no in the comments. I was going to say the bad word, but I haven't given you the warning yet. If you're new here, this is an R-rated experience, sometimes X-rated experience. So if the kids are in the room, I guess it's time to get the kids out. Or maybe you want to have the kids stick around and educate you on what we talk about later. Hey, listen, do not hit the snooze button either. 9 minutes behind the guy who doesn't. Yeah, we are a non-snoozing show. And hey, we also are your daily accountability partner. Yes, we are, nation. We get up, we get after it. Free morning show conversational content to help you guys hit those big audacious goals. And as we come into the new year, we're all going to be needing some accountability partners. You can get it right here live, 8 o'clock Eastern time on YouTube, LinkedIn, and X. Hey guys, coming up, first of all, the morning loop, current conversations. What's going on in the world today? Trending conversations, that brutal moment when the season ends and everybody starts explaining it. Well, yesterday, a lot of teams' NFL seasons ended. Yes, because they were eliminated from the NFL playoffs. And what does that mean in your life, man? You've been sitting back watching your team play and they get eliminated yesterday. Well, maybe your life is about to be eliminated as well. Well, not your life, but maybe your resolutions might be eliminated as well along the way. Hey, we're also going to touch on why we're talking silver. Yeah, I know Johnny's been throwing some interest on silver on the table. We're going to talk some silver here today on the show. And an update on, the legend himself, Holroyd, Chevy Chase, and a serious heart failure scare that he just revealed last week, I guess it was. And yes, we're talking iPhone again today, the iPhone Fold. We got video. We're going to show y'all what the iPhone Fold will look like and what John Prosser is saying about iPhone's first foldable. And hey, coming up bottom of the hour, Ben Bressington joining us today. The dude failed chemistry twice. Yeah, fuck, I can't even spell chemistry. I never made it to chemistry class and still ended up running a lab selling mushroom supplements. Yes, this is one of those, what? Wait, how do we get their journeys that makes you lean in because it's messy, it's human, and there's a Cocker Spaniel involved. Really, Neiman? Cocker Spaniel? Seriously? All right, deep dive. Fire Ash, the big movie dropped on the weekend, but we're not talking Fire Ash. We're actually talking, hey, bro, what? King Malachi, good morning. Welcome to Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends. And Fire and Ash, we're not talking the movie. We're actually talking about why your motivation burns out by February. Yes, everybody's going to be getting into the old January. Let's get after, and February's going to come. You're all going to fail. Yep, true story. And we're going to talk about how and why you don't trust yourself and how to fix it. Morning focus. Guys, I'm scared shitless. I'm talking about it today on the show, but I'm not scared by what you think. No, I'm not driven by success. I'm driven by fear, and that is a true story. We're going to have that conversation at the bottom of the second hour before Maya Reyes joins us for the Community Corner, where we take a wander through YouTube, LinkedIn, and Substack and see what's happening in the world, in the community. All right, fellas, I like the time we're at, Jimmy. Jimmy, our timing's working good. Jimmy, I'm paying attention to the timing today as we work our show out here. All right, guys, I got an invitation for you once again. Grab that coffee, settle in, strap in, and get ready for an entertaining morning. That's called Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and Friends, because the morning loop, it starts right now.
Nation, feel this rooftop wind. That is January 1 energy. Loud, hyped, unstoppable. Now imagine it drops. February quiet, the fire fades, and you are staring at ash. Motivation is weather. Systems are shelter. We build the plan that works when you do not feel inspired. One habit, one time, one rule, never miss twice. That is how you keep heat in the winter. Chat check. Type fire if you are locked in, ash if you are fading, ember if you are rebuilding. We have Morning Loop headlines, Center Stage with Sophia, and the Deep Dive, Fire or Ash, Systems over Feeling. Then Deep Dive 2, Self-Trust. Rebuild your word with proof, not hype, and a morning focus that hits. All right, lock in. We're live, we're moving, and Mornings in the Lab starts right now.
You never need any permission to dance. You never do. But hey, Jimmy, I saw a recent video with lead singer of the Chili Peppers, Anthony Kiedis. What is he, 6,700 years old, I think it is? The guy's just fucking dropping it on the stage, man. Just getting after it, moving the hips, swinging the arms, swinging the legs. Jimmy, here's what I think. Too many men are just too...
People are watching me. They're laughing at me. They think that I can't dance, or I'm dancing like a dad.
Yeah, you probably are. Just fucking dance, man. Just get up and get after it. Just start dancing, moving. It's the best way to get after it. Get up and get your day started. Hey, speaking of getting started, you guys can join the show with us live right now. Yes, you can. Why? Well, because you maybe want to join the live. Maybe you want to show me your dance. Hey, come join the show with us live right now or in the Mornings in the Lab community. To join the show, we got a couple ways you can do that. The comments or the phone, 431-300-3005, 431-300-0005. I got to tease my team. Yeah, I got to tease my team. Here we go. Team, listen to me. Yeah, so we created that visual about 800 months ago. And since then, we've had Gemini 1, Gemini 2, Gemini 5, Veo, ChatGPT. I think I've aged a little bit. Yeah, my team is stuck complacent. My team is stuck with they were happy with what's been achieved yesterday. And I know my team can't read between the lines in anything I'm saying here. Yeah, but if you think that I'm satisfied by what we achieved 8 months ago, eyes up, Jimmy, look at my eyes. You're wrong. Let's go, chop, chop. Chop, 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 chop. We should not have anything repeatable. Nope, there's so much ability to make content. I never want to see the same visual throughout the entire show. True story. Yep, and I'm saying that right in front of the whole crew here. 100%, because there's absolutely no need to have the same thing going because you can create stuff on the fly and so instantly. So we're going to change things up. Yes, Sullivan, he just gets after it all the nonstop, man. And hey, to those of you that are not watching this show live, well, why not? I got an invitation for you. Get up, come join us live, 8 o'clock Eastern time, YouTube, LinkedIn, and X, where we get this morning show on the road here. But you can get the show on demand on YouTube. You can get the show on demand on Apple, and you can get the show on demand on Spotify. For those of you that are determined to call the show a podcast, yes, you can find it there as well. All right, John Anderson's joining us in a couple of moments here. I'm going to work out some retiming with Johnny, but John's going to join us here in a couple moments here in the lab. We're going to get into some current conversations happening in the world today. We got, let's see here. What do we got coming up? We got, hey, so those of you who have an iPhone, hey, speaking of coming up this week, Holroyd, ears up, man. I got a dude named Sam Mitchell reach out to me last night. Sam Mitchell, guy has autism. He's like, Keith, here's how he reached out. He's like, Keith, I have autism. I want to be on your show. I'm like, I want you on my show. That was it. It was actually as simple as that. He's like, I'm high functioning and I want to change people's attitudes on autism. And I want to be on your show to talk with you and John about that. So Sam Mitchell is joining us on, I believe it's January 1st, Melissa. I think it is, right? So January 1st, we got Sam Mitchell joining us on the big show to hang out and get to know Sam along the way. We got guests all week, guys. And of course, coming up today on the show, we got Ben Bresington coming up on the show today Gonna get familiar with him as well. All right, listen, let's get into our first conversation this morning, and that first conversation looks like this. So some of you guys are waking up this morning that your team might be already eliminated from the NFL, playoffs. Well, here's the hard truth: it might not have been bad luck. It may have been just one bad call, and it may just be injuries. But what happens if it's actually your own situation? Maybe it's like your own. Maybe so. Do you look at the NFL playoffs, guys, and you look at your team's, playoff, situation ending, and then does it make you look in your own mirror and wonder, wow, man, NFL season's over. Well, it's almost over. Got 1 week left. My team is out. You start looking in the mirror. You start looking at the calendar. You start looking at your gut. You start asking yourself this question, like, were my expectations realistic this year? Or was my expectations of getting a 30-minute walk in every single day just hype? And then you ask yourself, what loss this year changed the entire season's momentum? Those are the questions that I know I would be asking myself if I was not only playing football, but looking in my own mirror. Because when you think about it, guys, when a season collapses, and John and I talk about it daily on this show, it's never just about football. No, the same patterns that kill playoff, they show up in business, they show up in fitness, they show up in relationships, and they show up in men's mental health, which is why conversations like this that I'm putting on the table today are worth absolutely happening. Because it goes like this, right? You're either auditing your failures, which we like to call learnings here in the lab, or repeat failures nonstop, which I guess you could say you're repeating learnings nonstop. So, again, I put this out here today because it's my belief that many of you guys are coming at the day going, shit, my team's eliminated. Everything I've been looking at for the last few weeks, including my own mirror, is not making me feel very good about myself. So what am I going to do about it next? Right. And then when you look at, we lean it back into the sports side of things, sports performance shows that, if we're not looking at load management, recovery, sleep routines, we talk sleep on the show all the time. There are many collaborative variables that are going to break you down, and you end up at the end of the year and you're not in the playoffs, whether it's football or whether it is life. These things add up along the way. So we look at things like, culture, beating talent, no honest, mid-season audit, running that personal season, and installing accountability before motivation. All right, Jimmy, I see we got the dog in. Let's bring the intro in. Let's bring John Anderson in here. Jimmy, let's do that. Jimmy, if you got an intro, let's bring John in with the intro. If not, let's bring him up on stage here. Jimmy. There he is. What's going on,
What's up, brother? How are you?
How are you today? I'm good, man. How are you?
I'm actually doing pretty fucking good, man. My leg/back is really fucking made a lot of progress. I'm living pretty much without pain right now, which is a fucking blessing.
Nice.
Holy shit.
That's awesome, man. That is awesome.
Dude, there's just like the ability to stand up from a chair, walk to the toilet to take a piss without being in pain. You don't realize how fucking valuable walking is. That's one of the blessings of this whole thing. I swear to God.
It's true, man.
We overlook little shit like this in our lives. It's unbelievable.
Yes.
I mean, I was like, we went to a movie yesterday, right?
Yeah. And, what'd you go see?
The new Avatar.
Oh yeah, Fire and Ash. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
And just the fact that, because a week ago, there's no fucking way I would have made it in theater. I mean, I've been full blown on crutches, but to be able to walk even with a cane in that theater down those fucking long hallways would have just been such a task. And yesterday I just kind of motored on through. I was like, holy shit, that's what a fucking blessing. We just overlooked this.
Yes, that's awesome, man. Glad to hear you're feeling better, brother. I'm glad to hear you're feeling better. Absolutely, absolutely. Hey, we as we keep on tweaking the show here, I'm gonna see if I can get you in here at about that 10-minute mark here. I'm trying to get our things ramped up here. We got so much to talk about here. So instead of me dragging it out to the 15-minute mark, I'll try to get you in here around that 9 to 10-minute mark there. Just
piece of cake.
Put that out there for you.
As I love it, because as the first of the year comes, I'm actually at 6:35. I've got a daily commitment going, so I got to be out. So I'll be here a little early, and we'll have it out on time. Yeah.
Yeah. What's the commitment you got, brother?
I'm just basically kind of switching my schedule. And so I'm doing I'm working with Ben. So I'm already in the studio. So I'm basically just going to work with Ben right when we're done and get that part of my day done. So it's just being efficient rather than having to reset up and come back here.
Yeah. Oh, smart.
First thing in the morning.
Absolutely. That's awesome. That is awesome. I'm glad to hear you're feeling better, brother. Hey, what's going on there? WSG, Ronald Canude, you are also nice. Yes, we are. We are very nice here. You got Keith and John mornings in the lab here. We got Ben Bresenton joining us at the bottom of the hour as well. And we got a full week of fun coming up. Hey, Johnny, the first conversation I teased this morning was, so I know there's one. I know you and I don't spend a lot of time talking sports here on the show for a reason, because there's so many other channels to do that. But sports is a metaphor for life. And yesterday, the NFL last week of the season, and there are plenty of teams that got eliminated, which means, John, there are many men that are waking up today, looking in the mirror, going, "Oh shit, reality! My team's out of the playoffs. Now maybe I got to look in my own mirror and recognize that 2025 has failed, and I'm looking at 2026, and I might be running towards failure again." And then we know these next 2 weeks, bro, the void, the resolutions. And today's show is really about talking about why our motivation fails, fire and ash, NFL season ending, why we don't trust ourselves. Because, brother, this week, as you know as well as I do, is there's a lot of guys and women that are stuck. They're like, okay, do I get started now? Yes. Do I wait till next week? No. You know what I mean? Then February comes in, there's failure. So, I just, as well as I do, this is a crazy week for a lot of dudes, man.
Oh, fuck. Hold on. Jesus Christ.
You are live with Keith and John here on What Is It Alive with Keith, John, and friends. And Johnny's fire alarm is going off. Ronald Dacunja. Yes, I have an English bulldog, actually. I have an English bulldog and I have a Pomeranian. I love bulldogs. If you got one, let's see your picture. Let's see your bully. Let's see what your bully is all about here. All right. Hey, listen, Jimmy, let's Oh, man, the house is on fire. The house is on fire. John Anderson.
Well, the middle daughter is in the guest house, so she's going to be like, "God damn it, Dad." And she's not afraid to fucking let me have it either.
But I was saying, right, like this is a tough week for a lot of people. I'm being serious. This is a tough week for a lot of people. It is, because they don't know, because we don't know what to do, because we're so, okay, I'll start January 1st. Like, no, get started right now. You know what I'm trying to say, Johnny?
Well, I think if people would recognize that feeling of failure approaching, that's the juice.
It is. Yes, it is. And it absolutely is.
We got to learn to flip the script,
Yes.
So,
yes.
I think if people start to realize that, okay, that feeling in my stomach that makes me feel eerie, it's a blessing.
Yeah.
It's energy. Put it to work. What you can do with that. I mean, that feeling is something I've learned to harness that has helped me with everything I've done. Period. End of story.
It's got to run towards it and not wait for that. Because here's what I've learned: January 1st, February 1st, March 1st, 1 year from now, it is coming. So you might as well just get started now. And listen, and I heard an interesting conversation with The Rock on the weekend, man. And he's clearly going through a phase right now, Anderson, like just in some of the content he's putting out there, maybe maturity or something, maybe just an age thing. We're all the same age, but he was just talking about loss and how, probably many of us wake up feeling blue and don't know why. And it's hard to get past that blue, but we just got to find a way to get moving, because that movement can help take that gray to blue, and nobody has to defend it, but it just, sometimes we all feel that way, Johnny.
Movement is everything. I mean, even on a morning where maybe I woke up and I'm not clear yet, I just keep moving, do something. Even if you're out of order, just fucking do something. I mean, worst comes to worst, I'm kind of tumbling around and my brain is not fucking, like, my routine sometimes is not even really that clear, But I know there's going to be 1 of 5 things I'll be doing right when I wake up. So I'll just start fucking cooking my eggs. Like, just move, do something. Because as I'm moving, everything starts to come to life. But more importantly, that little bit of progress, it builds something in you. And that little bit of progress, it builds something in you, it builds a little more. And next thing you know, it's like it's easier to take the next step. And it's just this positive vortex. Which is like exactly what
movement is magic, man. Yeah, movement is magic. Speaking of movement, we got a guest coming up at the bottom of the hour. We got Ben Bresenton joining us here on the show here for Center Stage with Sophia Grant. But before we do that, speaking of moving, well, I'm an iPhone user. Johnny's an iPhone user, and I like to geek out with interesting stuff. Well, later in 2026, Johnny, we got some early renderings last week. The brand new iPhone Fold will be launched later this year. You can see it on the screen here, actually. It's actually going to look like very much like an iPad mini folded it. So there you go. I know you're going to be getting one because it's got the front screen. It's got a flat open screen, but they're essentially taking the they took the iPad mini and have leaned more into the features of the iPad mini instead of making a dual phone. And it's going to have an outer 5.5-inch display, almost an 8-inch inside screen, Touch ID. It's going to be, fuck Johnny, about $2,500. You know what it reminds me of, pal? To me, it's just like we go back to history. This is when you and I grew up with the first laptops. Remember? Oh, hey, John, IBM has a laptop. Back when we were like, maybe you didn't notice it. I mean, I didn't notice it growing up either, but you can just kind of relate to that because we had the big computers and then laptops, right? And then it was like a big deal because laptops came out. I think the same way with this.
Muted myself. Am I back?
Yeah, you're back. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, you betcha. Yeah.
So, yeah, dude. I mean, look at that thing. I'm like,
I know.
Holy shit. I'm like, God damn it. Am I going to have to learn a whole new fucking way to do this shit again? Fuck.
Here's the thing, Johnny. Here's the thing, too, though, right? And you think about this, right? So when I say to you $2,500, like on the face of it, that seems like a lot of money. But just let me bear it out with you. You're probably going to have it for 3 years. Okay, so 36 months. You're probably going to use it on average 6 hours a day, like mine, 5-6 hours a day. When you break it down per minute, it is actually one of the most inexpensive, life-changing devices that you know what I'm saying? Like when you think about that, right? But yet
I'd rather have my phone than my fucking laptop any day.
Yeah, I know, right? So
I do more on my phone than I do on my laptop, hands down.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, interesting. So I'll tell you, since we've been hanging out, I have leaned a lot more into what you call it, horizontal work on my phone, where I'm like, okay, I'm going to go horizontal and do work on my phone because it works. It absolutely works. So I'll tell you what also works, brother. So I put this on the table
before you change, real quick. I'm sorry, I got to just point this out before you change. I love it, dude. We fucking both show up here, meaning to talk to each other about fucking, a slight schedule change because of forward momentum for the year. I mean, the year hasn't even started and we're both fucking chomping at the bit to do it.
You know what? You're right, actually. You know what? That's fucking funny.
I mean, literally, dude, I was like, dude, I'm gonna have to come a little early because I got to get out sharp. And you're like, hey, we're gonna have some changes, so I made you here about 5 minutes early. I'm like, Jesus Christ, I didn't even get that shit out of my mouth yet. Fuck, man.
So I suspect that if you and I were both driving to the same gym in real life, like if we were buddies in the real world here, we would be pulling into the parking lot at the same time, competing. Going, you fucker, you got here before me. You got here before me, because I know. So when I used to go to the gym with AJ, I was always there before him. It was funny because I'd be waiting for him. I'm like, AJ, give me a fucking key, man, because I'm here before you. But it strikes me with you and I, we'd be there like, okay, the fucker got that at 54. I'm gonna get there at 53 today.
Well, brother, I'll be honest. I'd let you have your win showing up early to the gym, because once we're winning, that'd be the only place you'd win. So I'd be a good friend and let you have your win, beating me to the front door.
Oh, that's awesome. Hey, so I put this one on the table today because you have expressed considerable interest of this in the last few weeks, and truthfully, actually, you've brought my attention to it. Silver, dude, it's going to be up around $79 here this week.
What a fucking $10 in one day.
So there's some news around this though that has impact, right? So starting January 1st, Chinese companies will be required to obtain government licenses from the Ministry of Commerce. Essentially, Johnny, China controls approximately almost 70% of the global silver supply trade, and they're putting some restrictions on it, which might be creating some of this supply and demand around here. But and as we know, silver has such an impact on what we make in the world, EVs, electronics. Fuck, we talked to the iPhone Fold there a few minutes ago.
Well, dude, and AI is I'm fucking gobbling it up like a mother too.
Yes. So they're talking about, and guys, I'm by no means making predictions, just sharing what I'm reading. Yeah, I saw that they're talking about maybe an $80 silver per ounce within reach by year end, Johnny. So,
dude, it's fucking crazy. I mean, we actually hit $80 last Friday. It sunk back down.
Yeah.
But I mean, fuck, I actually, when it was, I just got this wild hair. I was like, fuck, man, this is really jumping. So I bought another 5 kilos of it. It was at like, it was at like, I wasn't even 60 yet. And I was like, God, I wonder if I'm chasing this.
Good for you. Yeah.
Bought another 5 kilos of it, then fucking boom, took off again. I'm like, come on, man. This is beautiful.
Good for you. That is awesome. That is absolutely awesome.
That's buying silver, this is not, I'm not giving financial advice, but don't buy the paper. You got to get the metal in your hands, because that's the problem. It's all in their paper. They're overselling the paper. That's what created the problem.
Interesting. Ben Bresnan join us here in a few moments here on the center stage with Sophia Grant coming up in about 5 minutes or so. But before we do that, hey John. So Jimmy, I'm gonna go to the self-defense topic here, Jimmy. So I found something quite interesting, John. And listen, I know you're not a fighter. I'm not a fighter. I'm a lover. You're a lover. But we have kids, and sometimes we got to teach our kids things. And I saw a really cool video, which was, what's the best form of self-defense? Now I'm not talking about guns. I'm not talking about jujitsu. I'm not talking about boxing. I'm literally talking about awareness. Now you watch this video. I saw this. This is young. Yeah. I'm looking at this young lady getting out of the truck, and there's this car watching her, and she notices it. And all she does is she keeps her situational awareness top of mind. And it's one of the most obvious things that we don't talk about, man. Like situational awareness. You walk into a room, where's the exit? Where's the fire exit? Who's in the room? Like these obvious things, they're pretty fucking important, man. You know what I'm saying?
Dude, and that's totally right on the money. But one of the things, as well as what you just said, one of the things I always size up is, who is this person I'm dealing with? Because you get some fucking guy that has nothing to lose. That's a dangerous fucking guy.
Oh,
dangerous fucking guy.
Oh, shit.
And I'm in a position where I don't want trouble. I'm only going to get myself in trouble if it's protecting my loved ones. These motherfuckers are looking for trouble because trouble doesn't affect their lives. They got nothing but trouble.
That's so true. Yep. It's exactly. It's funny because my brother-in-law is an airplane pilot, and we were at Christmas time talking, and we were just talking about pilots, and I said to him, I said, when I get on an airplane, I always like to know that the pilot has kids or a family, because then I know selfishly, like just selfishly as a human being, his motivation is to land that plane and get home to his kids. And my brother-in-law is like, oh yeah, damn right, man. He goes, that's my motive. Every time I get on an airplane, he goes, my motivation is to get home to see my wife and my kids. And that's a simple thing, Johnny, but it's an important thing. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's funny. It's funny you say that, because when I get an airplane, as soon as I walk down that fucking thing, and I don't even think about it consciously anymore. Yeah. Subconsciously, I've done it. So I've just realized, okay, as soon as I go down this thing, I pretty much have relinquished any control of what's going to happen in my life until I'm on the ground again. So whatever happens. Just fucking enjoy the ride, baby.
Yes. Dude, that's an incredible. I never thought about that attitude about it, but you're right. Because when you get on that, there's zero control left of your destiny of your life. Zero.
That's it. Once that thing's up in the air, that's it.
I never thought about it from that perspective, actually, because I thought about the other side, which is,
you're flying all the time. You float a lot too.
Yeah,
you fly a lot. You're like, holy crap!
Yeah,
this is like,
you
got to, because a lot of people get on these planes and they're fucking freaked out. It's like, Jesus, man, that's a tough place to live.
I knew somebody who was extremely afraid to fly all the time, and every time he got on, Johnny, it was 2 drinks. He'd get to the airport in advance, sit down at the bar, have 2 drinks. It was just 2 drinks before he got on the plane. It was a way to calm himself down. Right, no judgment. Just he goes, I could not fly without 2 drinks. It was two whiskey and cokes. It was his routine.
Dude, most of my athletic career, that was accompanied by painkillers, because I would get on the plane. It was just, if I could take my pain away, it made that plane ride a lot easier, which made it that much easier to relinquish control. You know,
a little bit tic tac.
It's a little tic tacs out of the Percocet jar. Hey, Johnny, Ben Bresington failed chemistry twice. Now he runs a lab. The wild story of how mushrooms saved this Fortune 1000 consultant's life, coming up in a quick minute. But before we do this, Anderson, I got something on the stage here, not for us to make fun of and not for us to laugh at, because I'm just putting it out there because I suspect you and I grew up in an era where we would laugh at situations like this. And this is not what we're here to laugh at. This is here to go, well, what the fuck? This is actually happening in 2025. And this is not AI. This is actually humans making decisions about this. Jimmy, let's put the WTF on stage here, man. So there's a WTF happening somewhere in upper state New York. Anderson, they got a box in the back of a fucking room where they're locking special needs kids inside.
Hold on. Say that again.
Exactly what I said.
Hold on. Run that past me one more time.
Yeah. There's a fucking box in this classroom. Look at the box. And there's a school in somewhere in upper state New York.
It looks like they're taking you're packing up cargo.
And they're putting special needs kids in the box if they're not behaving. What the fuck is going on?
Did they close it?
They're close. Yes. Oh, but who makes the decision? How do the parents not know? Like who? I know you're laughing.
Well, no, I'm having a hard time processing this.
Me too. But,
Jesus Christ, because I you know how many times I get sent to the corner of a fucking room in a classroom. I'm thinking to myself, what if I had to climb in that fucking box?
I was not too far behind you there growing up as a young man, but this controversy centers on the Salmon River Central District in Fort Covington, New York. Photos of small padded wooden boxes circulated on social media. And there's a parent that was on the board member that, they're saying, no, we weren't putting kids in there. Hold on even before that. Who is the decider to decide to make the box? Like, I want to know about the meeting that was, okay, well, Johnny, we have some trouble kids in class. We should make the box.
What are you padding the fucking inside of the box for the books you're putting in there?
I'm flabbergasted by the decision process to even get up to, okay, John, we're going to build a box and put it in the classroom for special needs kids, period. It's fucked, man. Anyways.
We've seen this, unfortunately. I'm sure you probably have too, where you like, I actually had a football coach who was just this really positive influence, right? And he was first year, came to a high school from a college. So he was in a higher level, of education and or coaching, right? Comes to high school, really positive influence. And as I understand it, he was great like that for about a decade. But then just the nature and the culture of the school and the attitude of the kids flipped so hard, he became so fucking cynical. And I remember I went back to see, some friends, and I bumped into him. And I was like, fuck, this is not the guy I remember. It's like he was so negative, and he had disconnected from the other human beings as kids. Yeah. I think these teachers get so fucking rubbed raw. And I'm not making an excuse by any means. I'm just saying I think I see the front end of what might be happening here. That they don't see the kids as human beings. They see these kids as like these things that they've got to fucking get out of their way so they can keep their sanity.
Yes. And I've had similar conversations with teachers, and we both have had enough friends that are police officers that become those skeptical, cynical souls too. Yeah. It makes me sad, right? Because you're like, man, like what, how, like the loss of humanity through cynicism and skepticism because of other humans that are just dragging them down. All right, guys, listen. We got Ben Bresden patiently waiting for us.
One more little fun fact. You see this?
Yeah. Yes.
This came out of a bag. This is my favorite Christmas present for one of my daughters and her boyfriend. They got me a box of my favorite cigar. So I'm smoking this with pride today.
Nicely done. I can see you enjoying it too. I see that smile on your face. Good morning, Lauren. Good morning, baby. I see you up there. And then we got Crash Out Car. Our bad ideas just easier to make happen. Well, that happens as well. Hey, you guys can join the show live with us right now, or in the mornings in the live community. We got the comments happening, or you guys can join the show 431-300-3005. And to those of you that are not watching the show live, I'm sorry you couldn't get up because we go live at 8:00 Eastern time on YouTube, LinkedIn, Jimmy, and X.
Nation, today's guest is the definition of a plot twist. We've got Ben Bressington, an Aussie who went to America and spent over a decade teaching Fortune 1000 companies. He specialized in how to hack human behavior and gamify sales processes. The guy was absolutely crushing it until he wasn't. Because Ben was running on borrowed energy. 10 espressos a day, maybe some Adderall, and wine to wind down at night. It was the classic high performer cocktail. Eventually, it sent him spiraling into burnout. But Ben didn't choose another stimulant to fix the problem. He paused and realized he needed sustainable change. That's how he discovered medicinal mushrooms. Not the trippy kind, fellas, the functional kind. Today, Ben runs Bear Remedy. They manufacture mushroom supplements using a 500-year-old alchemical process. And this from a corporate escapee who failed chemistry twice in high school. He happens to have the best taste tester in the world, his Cocker Spaniel, Bailey. True story, Nation. Bailey predicts their customer satisfaction with 87% accuracy. Today, we're talking caffeine addiction, nervous system regulation, and how Ben went from burnout to building a purpose-driven business that helps high performers reclaim their energy. Ben, welcome to the big show.
Honey, what if I told you that the guy joining us today drank 10 espressos a day, crashed spectacularly into burnout while advising the world's biggest companies, and then he discovered the secret to natural energy and something most people put on pizza? Jimmy, get him up here. Let's get Ben Bresington onto the show this morning. Ben, what a shaking, brother.
Morning, fellas. What's going on?
What's up, Ben? How are you,
How
brother?
are you today? Where are you joining us from today?
Rogers, Arkansas. You know, the little, what most people call the redneck part of the U.S. I'm kind of right in the hub of that. So it's a billionaire's playground, what most people don't know.
You are right in redneck.
The Razorbacks.
Exactly. Beautiful part of the world.
That's awesome.
Is that
so
where
you're
Bill,
in Australia?
is it Clinton's from there? Isn't Bill Clinton from Arkansas?
Yes.
Yeah.
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 It's actually the home of Walmart, Tyson, JB Hunt, and so they don't realize like there's 500 miles of bike trails here. That you've got $1 million bridges that exist for people to just go mountain biking on in the middle of the woods, and like it's just it's crazy. So you'll see people flying private fighter jets just for fun, pretty much most days of the week if the weather's good. So it's a weird little spot in the country, that's for sure.
Hold on a second here. Rewind. Did you just say people fly fighter jets for something to do?
Yeah, like the Walmart boys.
Only if the weather's good. Only if the weather's good, correct?
Yeah, well, if the weather's good, but the Walmart guys, like they're big into aviation. So they've got like, they bought plane museums and they've moved them all here, right? So now they fly old jets and like, there's a whole bunch of crazy stuff. So you see them whizzing around the sky and people are up there doing tours and all the fun, let alone in here, like you can order your groceries from Walmart and get them delivered by drone. They've been doing that for 2 years. Like this is their testing R&D ground for everything they roll out across the country.
So it's like, hey, brother, the sun's out today. Let's go take a spin in the F-16.
Hey, what you can do with a few $1 billion is absolutely endless.
No, I bet.
Ben Bresington, you're an Australian with a law and criminology degree. You ended up in Rogers, Arkansas, making mushroom tinctures. Dude, what's the story behind the story? I don't want to hear the story. I want to hear the story behind the story. Because when you look back now, how did every decision you did lead to where you are today? And was it all random or was it all planned, Ben?
I think it was all random because of the reality is I helped scale a company from $0 to $150 million in less than 12 months. My business partners did a whole bunch of shady stuff that left me going, what the hell am I going to do? So when you talk about burnout, like burnout with complete exhaustion, and then it's just like this opportunity came across my desk to start learning about working with mushrooms. And as I did that, I evolved into actually learning like that the industry is most of the time full of crap. And I'm like, we can change that because there is medicinal benefits to mushrooms, but most people experience products that are just built on compromise. So the real story is like, I needed something for myself because drinking 8 espressos a day and then dealing with the consequences of that, of poor gut health and the alcohol and everything else goes with it to ride this stimulant roller coaster that I was putting myself through just was wrecking my body.
Oh, dude.
So just so we're clear for
I
Johnny.
understand, but I've been in that world where you've got certain pills to get you up and certain pills to get you down. That's a fucking rough train to be on, baby.
Oh yeah, and you know how many espressos or how many coffees or how many energy drinks you need to have, and like you got this sip threshold because then you can feel the jitters starting to happen. You're like, oh shit, my flow state is now about to just like crap. Like so, like I was talking to one guy in the warehouse here that we moved into. He has 6 Monster energy drinks a day, and he has half a bottle of NyQuil at night just to go to sleep. Like, and he's been doing that for like 15 years. That was his normal. And he was like, yeah, I understand I'm a little messed up here. I'm like, dude, your body must just be in turmoil.
Dude, it's so funny. My wife, when we first met, the first time I fucking went to go stay at her house, I showed up with a fucking bottle of NyQuil and I put it on the nightstand. She's all, what are you doing? Are you sick? I said, no, this is what I used to go to sleep. And she looks at me like, what the fuck am I getting into?
Hey, man, at least he didn't say, this is what I used to put you to sleep. No. Yeah. Hey, Ben, so we're talking mushrooms. So are we talking like mushrooms from the ground, or are we talking magic mushrooms like psilocybin mushrooms?
So there's 2 types of mushrooms, and obviously the magic mushrooms or the trippy mushrooms aren't fully legal here across the US. It's still technically a Schedule 1. So there's a whole bunch of research and fun stuff happening with those, which is exciting. And I know that industry will change over the next few years. But we're talking about the functional mushrooms. So things like lion's mane, turkey tail, reishi, cordyceps, even how that's used for energy production to actually give you what they call clean energy without a crash. And most people don't even know that this is a viable option. They see all the ad for mushroom coffee, but like we've all tried that stuff. Tastes like crap. Like it sits in the bottom of your cup, and you're like, why the hell am I drinking something that tastes like crap when I've got a coffee I already love?
Interesting. I'm actually so we're talking like just normal mushrooms. We're not talking magic mushrooms. We're talking like normal fungi mushrooms, Ben. Right now, literally.
Normal mushrooms. The problem is the industry in the US is such a wild west that most people get a shitty dosage, a shitty potency, and a crappy bioavailability. That means your body can't even process or ingest what you're actually having. So you're paying top dollar for these mushrooms, where some of them, get this, some of them are about upwards of 50% sawdust. So if you're having capsules, some of the industrial filler for capsules in the supplement market is sawdust.
Jesus Christ.
Like,
yeah,
no
that's
shit.
Crazy. I mean, I've been using lion's mane for a long time, and what there you can definitely tell when you get something that your body can absorb and not, for sure. You know?
Oh yeah, and so people get overwhelmed with, oh my god, it's got 10,000 milligrams. Well, what they're not telling you is it's just like they boiled it in a water extraction, which has like somewhere between a 5 to 10% bioavailability if they have it. They quote all these clinical trials, but what they don't tell you is, oh yeah, if you want to actually have the dosage you need to actually get the results, you'll have to drink like 15 cups of this crap. So like there's a whole myth in the industry is just like it's the research is there, but the money is so big that they can compromise and give you crappy products. That's why I went into the industry and said, I can flip this on its head, because if I deliver you something that's freaking awesome, you're going to be a customer for life.
The same thing happened with the vitamin world, not the store vitamin world, the actual industry. You know, you had these fucking horse pills that had every fucking vitamin under the sun, but the bioavailability was almost nothing. And so you're taking this fucking pill, it's breaking down, passing through you, and it's might as well. And people were getting even stomach aches. There's so much fucking gunk in there, but they weren't getting anything that they were paying for. And 100% no clue. Bioavailability is still kind of one of those things that people are just now starting to understand that that's important to what you're eating, even with food, you know?
Yeah.
Like protein drinks, you know, what's the bioavailability of the protein, the number on that bottle? Well, now obviously we're talking about mushroom, but the concept of this is just kind of coming to light for so many people.
Yeah. And one of the big things, as you're 100% right on, is that dosage, right? Like, it's just like, what's in it? There's 150 different names for sugar. So people don't realize, I want caffeine, but they're stuffing the caffeine you're having full of sugars. So you're actually getting a cortisol spike. You're actually screwing up your body just because of the sugar and the caffeine. And it's not necessarily more caffeine. The one thing, it took me 40 years to even understand this, that like with cordyceps, right? The difference between coffee and cordyceps is really simple. Coffee and caffeine tells your body, hey, John needs more energy, like generate more energy, and it fakes it, right? It's kind of like the TikTok trend of crap, right? Like, let's fake it until we kind of make it, right? So the thing is then you crash. You're out of energy. You burn out, right? For some people, this happens in 20 minutes. Where when you have the mushrooms that are for energy, it actually tells your body to go into energy production, which can last 4 to 6 hours. So that's what they call clean energy. It's never jittery. There's no...
Is it triggering ATP? Is that what it's doing?
It's triggering ATP production, for 4 to 6 hours. It's also increasing oxygen in your blood supply, so you're actually breathing better. You find that you're actually getting more air into your blood. Therefore, your body's actually going to perform better. So now, under pressure, it reduces stress and a whole bunch of stuff. And like, one of the things that we tell people to do is like, get the coffee you love, add a shot of this to your coffee, or take it before you have your coffee. And now you've turned your coffee into a superfood, and you haven't had to compromise anything. And we believe that if we just blend the best functional ingredients for you to thrive throughout the day and give you the best possible product, your experience is better. Does that make sense?
100%. It's almost like in the way that I describe what you're talking about to clients that I coach and mentor is like, look, you're adding a supercharger to your brain, but you're not giving the brain a fuel. So you're taking the stimulant, you're getting a fucking headache because your brain's froze up because it doesn't have any fuel to burn. It's just basically revving. It's not actually taking you anywhere.
Well, and the big part of that is most people are actually chronically dehydrated because of all the crap we're drinking, the sugars, what's in our food. Like, you don't even realize how dehydrated you are until you do this test. And once again, everyone talks about drink water, drink water, drink water. But did you know that if you're drinking the water and run into the bathroom all the time, you're actually flooding your body and not hydrating your body? And here's the reason why. You need a little bit of salt to actually allow your body to absorb the water. This is why you need electrolytes. And that's why the electrolyte is so game. But the poor man's version of electrolytes is what they call something like Celtic salt. It's got the additional minerals and potassium and all that type of stuff. And so if you're drinking 8 cups of water a day or 4 cups of water a day and not adding a pinch of salt or any electrolytes, you're literally flooding your body, causing more bloating, which is then further dehydrating you. So all the nutrition you're taking is being wasted.
Brother, I have all of my clients only eat whole real foods. So no soda is being delivered because you get shitty sodium. But then I tell them they need to salt every meal, and Celtic is the one that I recommend because of all the other minerals involved. So you're right. You're coming right down the gut of some good shit here. This for everybody listening, this is great baseline information. This is what we call foundational information. Now, obviously, take his supplements, put it on top. Now you've got a whole different we're going into a different layer of building the house, so to speak.
I'll give you a simple example, right? Like in the energy gummy game, right? We created our own energy gummy. It's sugar-free, uses xylitol, all this type of stuff, right? We package it in, you can get a sample and it's only 2 gummies. Other companies give away samples and it's 12 gummies because their dosage is 12 gummies to our 1. So a lot of people go, well, Ben, why do you only offer it in a 20 pack? I'm like, because you don't need 60 gummies. You don't need 80 gummies that are like packed with more sugar than you can believe, because that's like, this is what they're doing. Like, you're not actually getting what you think you're getting. And it's just like one of the challenges I know we're in the industry of is people want that instant gratification, but it's like they want everything supersized. So you think if I take 12 gummies as a dose, it must be better than just taking 1. When it couldn't be any further from the truth.
Brother, I'll pitch something at you here. When we have people come on and talk about their products, and sometimes we have to attack the product, unfortunately. Because you can see the holes in the cheese, man. With yours, I'm digging what because you're talking about foundational shit. You're not talking about some button push, fix it all. You're saying, look, this is great, but you got to also remember this. We've had a few that we say, hey, send us a few of your sample of your stuff. We'll do it and we'll share with our audience how it actually works for us. Keith, I'm assuming that invitation is going to be good with our man here, Ben. What do you think?
1,000%.
I do that. John, the only way we sell our product is we say to people, buy a sample, right? I'll give you the sample for free, right? I'll even give them the sample of our tinctures, right? That's what's in our single shot jars, right? Rather than them getting this, because every other company goes, buy this for $90 or $150, right? And then you get it and you're just like, I don't feel that crap. I'm like, well, let me give you a sample. You just pay postage, right? And try it for yourself. If it works, buy it. If it doesn't, say, Ben, you're full of shit. Like, we get to prove it every single day. And like your invitation, I'm like, dude, challenge me. If you don't feel that stuff, you must have taken a lot of drugs back in the day.
Hanging out with Keith and John and our guest Ben Bresnan this morning, all the way from Arkansas. I'm Johnny. As you notice, I'm keeping quiet because I'm learning. I've learned more in the last 15 minutes here. I didn't know. I got to be honest. I honestly thought we were talking magic mushrooms today. I didn't realize we were talking normal mushrooms. And Anderson, I've known you for so long, and I'm just. Like, there's a lot of value to mushrooms, Anderson. I'm just learning right now. I'm seriously learning right now, big time.
I play on both sides of the fence here too. I mean, also you got to remember too is that, we think of magic mushrooms, think, oh my God, they really work because it's just this. It's basically just eating the fucking mushroom. But we're talking about the ones that are a supplement. Part of the problem are subscribers. You're not fucking getting any of the shit. So if you actually have the right mushrooms that are considered not magic mushrooms and you're getting them, there's a lot of fucking benefit. Most people just never experience it. Hence what he's taught at the beginning of his speech.
So I want to be very, so
yeah, 100% correct. Like most people are just getting deceived because we're built in an economy that supports compromise, right? And like the whole thing about everything we do is no filler, all power, right? And when you can build a foundation around this, well, I'm not willing to compromise on that. Like our extraction takes 8 weeks. Most people will never freaking do it because it's the most expensive form of extraction. But because I do it that way, you have 95% bioavailability. That means when you have our tincture, one dropper, one dose, like one thing this big is 90 grams of mushrooms.
Wow.
Tell me anyone else that can compete with that. And like Keith, like you're talking about clean energy, focus, no brain fog, helping women with menopause, helping men regulate their hormones throughout the day, testosterone changes, cortisol changes, gut health. Like when you're talking about, I've seen some just functional mushrooms literally help people deal with chemotherapy and have no chemo side effects. There's clinical studies out there that literally show just adding reishi to a chemotherapy trial extends your life on average by 5 years.
Wow. Hanging out with Ben Bresnan this morning, all the way from Arkansas today, by way of Australia. The guy joining us drank 10 espressos today, crashed spectacularly into Burnout. Now he's in the mushroom game. I'm hanging out with Keith and John this morning, and I am learning stuff nonstop here. Hey, so we like to do dumb shit awards on this show, Ben. We like to award people who do crazy shit along the way, and we're just trying some new stuff on the show here today. We're going to introduce us up here. Hey, Johnny, Ben, when you're driving and you're caught behind a group of people, do you do this? Hey, Jimmy, put this on the screen here, man. This is today's dumb shit award. Check this out. Yeah, I got no patience. I'm just going to go and drive past all of the people that are cycling on the side of the road. So I got no patience at all. Like, so Ben, if you're seeing that dude driving, what are you doing right now? Are you following him? Are you going, this guy's an idiot? Or are you going to be passing with him? Because I'm like, fuck, man, just slow down, man. Ben, comments, please, on this dumb shit award today.
Well, that's one of the things, like, you just need to go, here's your sign. Like, you're an idiot, right? Like, it's just like wide berth for this guy, because like this person is literally living life on like, this shit is the only thing, because like he's going to get up to the next light and he's going to be passed by 1,000 bikes again. Because I've been in that peloton. I used to ride, right? So the thing is this is like, I think one of the problems with these idiots is they think so short term. No one's thinking the long-term impact about anything. Okay, what's the 3-minute, the 5-minute, the 30-minute impact of this? And honestly, you got to work 3 seconds before you were meant to. Like, does it really freaking matter?
So
I got to have some like this, dude. I sum it up like this. I, in real life, meaning not on this show, outside of this show, better way to put it. I refuse to talk about other drivers because it's a fucking waste of my time.
Yes.
I won't
yes.
even let this dumb shit enter my fucking mind in real. I'll look at it now and talk about it, but I see something like this in real life. I wouldn't even waste my thoughts on how stupid that guy is.
What? He's just an idiot. Like, honest to God, fully idiot.
It's if you when you see this dumb shit, people flipping people off, people getting mad, people whatever, all the fucking idiot stuff behind the wheel. It is nothing but a fucking waste of our thought process to invest a single thought into that.
Ben, we laugh at because it's so true, Johnny. Well, Ben, and we laugh here because John always says this. If this guy put as much energy into some positive roads in life, could you imagine what he'd be achieving instead of fucking trying to do a shortcut in life? So Ben Bresnan hanging out with Keith and John this morning on Mornings and Live. Ben, so you have a Cocker Spaniel. I got a Bulldog and a Pomeranian. Johnny's got a couple dogs who he loves passionately. But you have this Cocker Spaniel that has been a big part of your life. Talk about the Cocker, Ben.
Yeah, well, so Bailey gets to travel like 40,000 miles a year, traveling around the country. I even mountain bike with him. So when I'm riding the hills around here, he has a backpack and he's like riding around town with me. But
seriously,
seriously, like there's a whole bunch of people that actually mountain bike with their dogs here, which is kind of cool. The dogs love it, and it's just like, why the hell not? Like, if I'm not going to have kids, like, well, my dog is going to have a bloody amazing life, and certainly enjoying what we're doing.
So you're managing risk when you're mountain biking with your dog and a knapsack on you.
Exactly. Like I cannot go too crazy because if I have to have a $10,000 vet bill, then it's not going to be a good day, right? So the thing is
it's like when your kid is little and you got the kid on you, and you're like, okay, I need to be careful when I step. I need to have to be careful how fast I go. All this shit. Yeah, I love it.
Yeah, I'm not going to take the double black today, but we will do the black, right? Like, so the thing is like I know I can get home safe, but that jump,
managing risk, baby. I love it. That's perfect.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Hey, Ben, let's go back to the beginning of your story a little bit. So there's somebody listening right now that might be seeing themselves in your old story. High performer, secretly falling apart using nonstop stimulants to survive. What's the first step to get out of that old story to get to this new story, Ben?
Well, I think the first one would be simple, hydration, right? Like if you can start taking some hydration, you can actually then start making some good decisions about, okay, where my body is at. Start assessing what holistic path you want to go to and understand that you may be a little bit alone in those first steps you got to take. And it may be counter to some of the stuff that's being told to you, doctors, specialists, everyone else like this, right? Find a supplier that you can really trust. Find a brand that you can stand behind. And it's just like one of the biggest requests I've had over the last 12 months of building this company is how do I become a distributor? How do I become a dealer? This is one of the new opportunities we're turning up because this year in 2026, I literally want to be able to help 1,000 people get to $100,000 in earnings a year or more, let alone take them to $100,000 a month. So it's just like when you've got something that's so freaking good, people are just wanting to tell everybody about. So there's a movement in the holistic evolution right now because people are becoming fed up with the health system.
Are you bringing this to a multi-marketing model? Is that what you're saying?
So no, I'm actually applying the milk run territory-based distribution. So I'm not applying it to an MLM model. I'm actually doing a hybrid between like a franchise, a business license, and the MLM. So I'm taking the best of all of those systems and bringing it to a distributor model that's territory-based because we do massive ads online. So we've got leads coming in all across the country. I've built out all of the marketing, the sales funnels on how I can turn this free sample into an average order value of $180 a month. Like I can give people all of that type of stuff and they can have a territory. Because I'm like, I've got no kids to leave this empire I'm building. I want to build $100 million a year mushroom empire, right? So the thing is I'm going to turn the entire company into a co-op that's member benefit driven. And like, that's all I'm doing. So it's just like, that's the brand we're building.
You're the distributor of the product. So the better they do, the happier you. Everybody's a team. I got you. That's cool. That's right. And I love the fact that you're trying to create these legitimate opportunities for people that with more of a structure than, making a fucking list of the 50 closest people to them and fucking calling and try to sell them the fucking product.
Oh, that's horseshit. I don't want you to sell your mom. Like if you're selling your mom, like you're selling the wrong end of the order. And the thing is like, I've always thought, right? Like if I'm starting a business, Why would a business go, oh, you can't advertise online, you can't run ads on Craigslist, you can't make blah, 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 you can't run ads on eBay or Target or put the product on Walmart. I'm like, what freaking product do I have that I can't freaking promote? Like, to me, that's bullshit.
Ben Bresington, when you're 80 years old, dude, I'm loving your energy today, man. I really am. When you're 80 years old, put yourself at 80. You're sitting somewhere, probably still in Arkansas, probably with Bailey, maybe a clone of Bailey. Who knows? Yeah. And you look back on this conversation with Keith and John, and you look back on the success you've had with Bear Remedy. What do you want to have that mattered most to your legacy? And what impact do you want to know you made on society?
The impact is I want to feed 1 million people a year, and I want to make sure I'm impacting the lives of over 1 million people positively every single year. So with our products, we've just got a big vision of feeding 1 million people and therefore impacting people's lives and helping them wherever they are on their holistic health journey. Like that driver for me, because I have 77-year-old men call me and go, dude, I've got more energy now to have with my family than I've had in 20 years. I'm not having a nap every single day. I have people calling me crying because of the impact we make with veterans and their sleep, stuff like this, right? Just because they take something that bloody well helps them, right? Wow. So my legacy is that I want to create a movement that really impacts people's lives. It allows them to thrive no matter what shit's coming down the pike by whatever politician or industry, or not dependent on something that's out of their control.
Johnny?
That's good, brother. I mean, a lot of times when people answer a question like that, it's not about helping other people and making the world a better place. It's always nice to hear someone that's coming from that route.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. Ben, how can Keith and John best support you?
Best way to support us is keep sharing the story and connecting us to people who need a new option. Either they're looking for a new opportunity and they want to build a business that actually means something, or people who want a mushroom supplement that bloody well works. And that's the Bear Remedy brand.
I'm gonna have my assistant reach you after the show to send some samples. How's that?
That's sure, me. Dude. It's all yours. I'll send you more than enough for you to throw against the wall.
That's awesome. And Ben, I'm up in Canada, so hopefully you can find a way to get that mushroom stuff to Canada for myself as well, because I'd love to try it as well. And then Ben, true story, actually, you get it over to myself and Johnny will try it out. And then if you like, we'd love to have you back on the show to talk about it. And I'll even offer this to you. So we have a resident bullshit professor that's on our team. His name's Dr. John Petricelli. And just calling you out, Ben, he'll call your bullshit. That's what he's been doing for 30 years. He joins us every Friday. I'm saying it with love. Dr. John's over in the Carolinas. I would invite you guys to connect on LinkedIn as well. But we'd love to have some samples. We'd love to try your product. And then Ben would love to have you back on the show to discuss our experience with your products. That work for you?
Hell yeah. Like, proof is in the pudding, baby. Bring it on.
Yeah. So where can folks find you, Ben, and connect with you before we kick off to hour 2 with Johnny and Lifestyle Tip? Ben, where can folks find you?
BareRemedy.net, BARE Remedy.net. So BARE Remedy.net.
Awesome. John Anderson, Keith Bellis, Ben Bresington, and yes, Petro says, how do we know it works and what is it to work? Actually, that's a good question. Ben, how do we know it works? So what's the measurement?
You should be able to feel it within 15 minutes. The mushroom supplement you'll have, anything that's a water-based extraction, stay away from. Anything that's a dual extraction. So here's a key. A lot of people are saying it's a dual extraction, but what they don't tell you, it's a dual water extraction. So we use spagyric alchemy. Spagyric is how you say it. And it's the ancient form of alchemy. It's the most expensive form of extraction process, which we can get into another time. But like, you should literally be able to feel it. You should notice it. You should notice clean energy. You should notice, hey, I don't have the desire to reach for that second or third cup of coffee. Hey, I actually slept well. I had recovery, or I'm not getting as sick, or I'm not getting as sick as long as normal. Like, these are the things that you can really notice.
I mean, if it's truly promoting the body to create more ATP, that's a different type of. It's not a central nervous shaky stimulation. It's very smooth. So
yeah,
you're very correct. If it's triggering that, then there's. I mean, ATP is life. Without it, we wouldn't move.
100%.
And Ben, here's the good news, man. I don't know how much you know about Johnny, but Johnny's John's our human experiment. Guy eats whole food. He's experimented his whole life, so he's our guy who's going to be able to offer us the evidence and the support on your product. So Ben, I appreciate you, man, hanging out with us today. I loved your story, love your conversation, and looking forward to trying the product and welcoming you back to the show. Okay, Ben?
Yeah, no worries, Keith. I'll make sure I stripe it to a bottle of maple syrup.
Awesome. Ben Bresinton this morning on Mornings in Live with Keith, John, and friends. We're doing a lifestyle tip and come back to reset hour 2 this morning on Mornings in the Lab. Let's do it, Jimmy.
All right. Many of you are getting awfully close to kicking off a New Year's resolution. Well, here's the deal. Why wait? If it's really that important to you, you're not going to wait until the first. If it's something you really want to do, you'll start doing it today. If you're waiting for the perfect time or you're waiting for the perfect place, guess what? You're going to be in the same fucking spot you are right now next year. And that's the cycle most people get stuck in. I'm not saying that having a New Year's resolution is bad, but what I'm saying is waiting for the day to start is the cycle you need to break. So if you have a New Year's resolution, you're already ready, cocked and ready to go, do it today. That's the message. Don't wait. There is no perfect time. There'll never be a perfect place. Start now. Rock and roll.
Right, he's right. Tonight, the now, the time to start is now. Yes, the time to start is now. Don't wait till January 1st, guys. There's going to be a lot of folks waiting till January 1st to get after 2026. Well, hey, I would invite you to start right now. True story. Hey, good morning, everybody. You're tuned into Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends. You're just joining us. Here's what you missed in hour 1. We kicked off the show with the NFL playoff picture is very clear. Some men, some women are sitting back going, okay, well, my team's not in. And now it's forcing you to look in your own mirror and realize that that season is over. The 2025 season might be over. And you're looking in the mirror, you're looking in your own brain, you're not feeling good about yourself. Maybe now is the time to start getting after it. Hey, listen, we also talked about silver price and the iPhone Fold leak that's coming up, as well as a great conversation with Ben Bresinton, his wild path from corporate life burnout to running a mushroom lab and how functional mushrooms, we didn't even talk magic mushrooms. No, we talked functional mushrooms played a role in changing his life. Coming up in hour 2, guys, we're going to get right into it. Fire and Ash. Johnny saw the movie. Well, we're going to talk about why motivation feels strong right now, but yet it almost always fades come February, and what actually works when the excitement wears off. And then we're going to get into why we don't trust ourselves. Yes, and how that breakdown happens quietly over time and what rebuilding self-trust actually looks like. And then we get the morning focus. I, myself, Keith Billis, I'm not driven by success, you guys. No, I got a monologue. I'm driven by fear. We're going to close it out with Community Corner. Maya Reyes talking about frequency, mantras, regret, and the trades everyone is making, whether they admit it or not. So if you're here, stay with us. If you're catching up, well, hey, where the hell have you been? And hey, if you've been listening and lurking, thanks for spending time with us. Hit the like, hit subscribe, come say hi in the comments. This is a live experience. We want you part of the conversation because hour 2, Jimmy, it starts right now.
New Year's Day, everybody's got fire. Goals, gear, quotes. But fire burns fast if you don't feed it. By February, a lot of men aren't fired up. They're ash. Not weak, just built on a feeling, not a system. Motivation is weather. It changes. Your system has to work on low energy days, not only when you feel unstoppable. Fresh start effect is real. New year, Monday, birthdays. Great for starting. Useless for continuing without a plan. Make it specific. If it's 6:30 a.m., then 10 minutes of mobility. And the rule is simple. Never miss twice. Nation, type fire if you're locked in, ash if you're fading, ember if you're rebuilding smarter. Drop AC accountability and name the goal. This is Mornings in the Lab, real talk for men. Fire is exciting, systems are the plan. Deep dive starts now.
Hanging out with the boys this morning, Keith and John. Johnny, how was the movie, man? Fire and Ash, how was it?
It was fucking long.
I know it is.
Jesus Christ.
Did you?
We went to the theater that
Did
had
you sleep through
recliners,
part
you
of
know?
it?
No, I stayed awake. I was actually,
Yes.
I was in this recliner. And it was, for me, it was nice. It was nice and wide, but it wasn't. That was where I experienced my pain yesterday in my back and my leg. So it was
okay.
yeah. So I had a hard time getting comfortable in that chair. So, but realistically, it probably kept me awake as fuck. I fall asleep in the movies all the time.
I gotta be honest with you. When you told me you went to see the movie an hour ago, I was like, oh, you went and saw a movie? You went and sat in the theater for fucking 3 hours and Fire and Ash? Like, you're just throwing me loops, man. I'm like,
well,
Jesus Murphy.
this is a classic example. When I'm with my ladies, if they're happy,
Yes, I know.
I'm happy. So
Yes, I know. Yeah.
So
That's so good.
We tucked in there and had a good time watching the movie.
I love it. I love it. Let's get into it.
I watched it the 2 years ago. I did the same thing with the number 2.
Okay. So, yeah.
You know, honestly, it was. I hate to say it, but I was like, when it started, I was like having a hard time reconnecting the dots to the characters and everything. You know. And Sci-fi is not my thing. You know, and that's very sci-fi.
Okay. Yes.
So, but it was entertaining. You know, to make a fucking movie good for 3 hours, those writers got a fucking job. The storyline has to be, you know, and they did a good job.
100%. Sure. That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, I took the Fire and Ash metaphors and I thought I'd weave it into today's show because Johnny, you know, you think about it, right? January, a lot of dudes, a lot of women getting up just full of fire. Oh yeah. Just, I feel unstoppable, right? And, you know, it's writing goals, buying gear, posting quotes. I'm going to do this. And you can hear me reading in between the lines in this, but then that fire, it burns fast if you don't feed it. And then we have done this show now for a year and you've had clients come February, John, that fire turns to ash. And it's not because they're weak. It's because they built their plan on a feeling, not a system. Your entire life has been successful because of systems. Let's get into the word motivation, because I know you and I both don't believe in you need to have motivation. It's intrinsic. It's, you know, you get up and have it. Do you think motivation is supposed to be there every day, or is that a lie for humans? Or is that, or do humans have to find a way to find energy within themselves to create motivation, Johnny?
Motivation is generated. You generate your own motivation. If you're looking for motivation externally, you are fucking, it's a losing battle. You know,
how do you change somebody? Let's talk to your clients, because you've had a very successful career mentoring and coaching men that are looking to that don't have motivation, that start on one day. Oh, rah, 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 rah.
Very simple. Very simple. First off, you got to take that rah, rah, rah and slow it the fuck down. Because that will almost undoubtedly fucking will not last. But what you have to get them to understand is this. I get all, just, you know, kill me. No, dude, we're not going to kill you, because you're not going to allow that to be done for the next 20 years.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, how much cardio do I need to do? Do you enjoy cardio? These are the questions I ask, you know, but here's the thing. You generate your own motivation through discipline. How do you do that?
Yes.
Basically connecting the dots, meaning taking a step today that you're proud of, that you're excited to do again tomorrow. So you got this trying to get started. This is where I say, look, don't worry about going to the gym. Put your fucking shoes on and go for a walk. You're going to feel proud. You're going to build some pride that you actually got off your ass. And then because you feel good about yourself, you'll be motivated to do it again tomorrow. And you just start with these very simple steps, but in one layer deeper than that, it's about owning the word to yourself. When you say you're going to do something, you fucking do it. And when you do it, then you start to realize that, boy, that when I say something and I do it, it makes me feel good. When I feel good, I become motivated to do it again. And it becomes this fucking vortex that you can't escape. That's when you're in. And now you're not the person who, restarts every fucking year on the first. You're the person who couldn't imagine life without it.
I love that I've learned from spending time with you, and we're going to bring Sterling into the conversation in a quick second. I love the fact of just put your shoes on. I love the fact of just go for again, since we've been hanging out, these super, even simpler than simple. Just put your shoes on. Step one, you've won. Great. Okay. And tomorrow, go for a walk. Okay, great. And then the next day, go a little bit longer. Okay. And because I've never thought that way, man. I never had that mindset because I'm always as you've gotten through, it's got to go hard. But I haven't recognized it to many folks. It's hard to get from 0 to maybe 10. And the first step is just to put shoes on, like you said. Right. So that's I'm really loving that. Hey, Sterling, I got a question for you, Sterling. So what do you say to the guy? What do you say to the guy who expected day 10 to feel easy and now thinks that he has failed? Sterling.
Comfort with failure. The habit is still in the manual stage. It costs attention, not automatic yet. That's normal. So we stop grading feelings and start grading reps. Make a minimum version you can repeat daily, then scale. February is not the test of hype. It's the test of structure.
I'm one of the things I'm liking, Johnny. We've been looking into 2026 and people and the quote unquote the fitness trends are sustainability. And I saw somebody on the weekend that had a quote which was, "Hey, if you see anybody around you doing the 75 hard thing or these goofy challenges that start January 1st, ignore them because they're on the wrong path." Because I like what you just said. Just put your shoes on. You could almost say to somebody, your first 90 days of 2026, which could start today, is just put your shoes on for 90 days consecutively, and you might find some success with that. And it sounds ridiculous, but there's truth to that, Anderson, because that's the first step, man.
You see I'm sure when it comes down to it,
yeah.
Of course, the 75 hard is a great fucking marketing gimmick, and a lot of people
sure.
on to it.
Yes,
but it's supposed to be a jump start. Okay, let's like for many people, coming out of the fucking gate like a banshee is just that it's like they're so fucking fed up with themselves. They almost like they want to punish themselves. Okay, punish yourself. But then when you're done punishing yourself, pull back on the throttle and start working at 45% of what you were working at when you were punishing yourself. Refine your equilibrium. Decide if you can go to 55. Decide if you can go to 60. Find that percentage that you can give regularly and be okay.
Yeah. Punish yourself. It's punish me. It's that sadomasochistic feeling we have. It's like and I would offer this to you, brother. So I would offer this to you as if I was a client of yours. It's almost like men, again, and women feel like we need you as the mentor to like smack me. It's almost like I need you to kick me in the ass. And do you know what I'm trying to say there? It's almost like that's what I'm trying to say to you, which is I can't get my shit sorted out, so I need you to kick me in the ass.
Well, really, what they're saying is, I need you to help me find a way to do this with some consistency. Is what they're saying. They just don't really understand. Because they understand that the starting and stopping is the downfall, but they don't understand why they continue to let themselves down. They don't recognize that pattern. I mean, with me too. I mean, there are times where I need someone to point, hey, do you realize what you're doing?
Yes.
Fuck,
yes.
No, I didn't. God damn it.
Yes.
Okay, now I'm aware. I better restructure this. And then if I look at it and go, Jesus Christ, I keep making the same fucking mistakes. I better get somebody to help me with this restructuring. So that from a basic level, that's what's happening. And when you see someone who clearly has figured out how to restructure and is doing it, then it becomes you're more trustworthy of that person, helping you find
Very
your
true.
way.
Very true. Hey guys, listen, if you've been that ash before, we've all been there. You're not broken. You're just human. That fire is exciting. Like as John said, break me, get after, go. But my thought is it's not your plan because sure, the 75 hard and all these different plans are great to get you going. My encouragement, my suggestion, our recommendation is sustainability. Go for a walk. And hey, we've created this show to help you guys start your day. And it's funny because I was talking with my family over the weekend, John, like you're doing your show. I'm like, yeah, I got to get up. And, because we are awake. This is how we start today. So if you guys are looking for some positive energy, it starts live 8:00 Eastern time right here on YouTube, LinkedIn, and X. Hey, Johnny, so west of you, I bet you didn't know this. and I found something. I always pride myself on, because
Dude,
you're
you
curious
always
like
find
me.
all
So I'm
sorts
always
of shit I don't know, especially.
I
if
know.
it's current
I love
events.
it. Fuck. I love throwing stuff at you. I love it, man. So there's an island west of you in Hawaii. You've been to Hawaii first. You've been to Hawaii? You've been there? I have not. You been? You have.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So there is a. Yeah. So I know Lauren's been. I have not been. But there is an island that's just west of you. That is a forbidden island near Hawaii, where the Americans, where the military forever has done nuclear tests, nerve gas, toxic legacies. It's about 800 miles southwest of Honolulu. That's now a remote wildlife refuge. So if you saw it on a map, it sits close enough to Hawaii that a 1958 nuclear test above the atoll lit up the sky over Honolulu.
You said a wildlife refuge. So we go over there and we fuck with all the nastiest shit we can fuck with, and then we retitle it a wildlife refuge. We got a bunch of fucking animals running around with 16 heads. Yeah, of course, it's a refuge. Go check out the beautiful fucking. What the fuck, man? What the fuck?
Did you know there's a locked off island near Hawaii and most people never hear about? It's Johnston Atoll, and it has a dangerous history. In 1958, a blast near this island lit up the sky over Honolulu. People panicked and called police, thinking it was an attack. They literally made the island bigger by dredging coral. They expanded it to support military operations. Later, this place stored chemical weapons, including nerve agents, on a remote atoll. They built a system to destroy the weapons right there. The base closed, but contamination worries remained. Today, it's a wildlife refuge with incredible reefs, but old toxins can still linger in the sand and water. Even now, people debate using it for rockets. That wraps today's Did You Know? Back to Keith and John.
I'm laughing at your comments because they just recently said
they destroy the coral reefs by expanding the fucking island. Hey, it's a wildlife refuge.
Well, let's apparently
fuck up all the wildlife with all the nerve gas we can find, and let's call it a wildlife refuge.
Oh, but it gets better. It gets better, Anderson. The current administration said that commercial fishing can go now around the island to catch fish, so we can now catch probably contaminated creatures from the area and eat them because it's now legal, John Anderson.
How about say, you know what? We fucked up this island. Anybody else who wants to go fuck with these toys that's going to mess up other parts of the world, go ahead. Let's just fuck this place up. Let's not retitle it a wildlife refuge to cover our asses, you know?
Oh my God. So guys, check the map out, man. There's a really crazy island out to the west there of Hawaii that apparently America says is coming back to life. Hey, I got a conversation before we wrap up here today with you, my friend, which is why we don't trust ourselves and how we can fix it. Again, I had a theme for today. It's that void week. NFL season is on its way to ending. Folks like, oh my God. And then it's like, okay, January 1st is around the area. And then people have to learn how to trust themselves because, fellas, if you feel stuck in your own head, constantly second guessing, it might not be a confidence problem. It might be self-trust. And today we're going to help you rebuild with some simple proof, not hype. Jimmy, let's run the opener.
Fellas, if you're stuck second guessing, it's not confidence, it's self-trust. And we rebuild it with proof. Start here. What promise do you keep making, then quietly breaking? That's your internal handshake getting weaker. And that inner critic, coach, parent, boss, internet, it taxes your decisions. You would never talk to a friend like that. Self-trust is fitness, not speeches, reps. Small kept actions stack evidence that you do what you say. 2 tools, 1 promise for 7 days, tiny and before noon. Then a 2-minute decision timer, choose, commit, move. Nation, drop it now. My 1 promise is, my time is, and tag a buddy for 7 days. Self-trust isn't a personality trait, it's a receipt. Deep Dive starts now.
We've been talking, man. I use self-trust daily, and I use it again on the weekends with my parents, Johnny, for just my dad's birthday, and And he's 82. I learned. Actually, it's funny because I thought he was 84 or 85. I went to the house on Saturday. Like, no, I'm 82. I'm like, holy fuck, you're 3 years. I got 3 years more with you because the whole time I thought he was like 3 or 4 years older. So I was all happy that he's actually younger. But we talked last week about self-awareness, about making decisions, about trusting ourselves. How and your journey in life, battling addiction, battling food, battling pills. What do you do when you break a promise to yourself and you always and you find that you broke a trust with yourself?
That that's probably one of the biggest self-esteem crushers that we have, but people don't recognize that. That's why, I mean, don't make these huge fucking promises to yourself. Make a little one. Even if you say I'm going to go to bed 1 minute early, and you go to bed 1 minute early, that 1 minute feels fucking good. So start stacking up the easy wins. Easy wins, man. Easy wins, like, fuck, man, before the sun comes up, geez, I can't even count how many wins I got today. It's probably close to a dozen already.
Yes.
And
Yes.
It's the concept. As the day goes forth, my wins will get bigger, but I'm already in motion. My brain is already seeking the next one.
Yeah. It's making those little small wins, like you said, getting up a minute before or achieving something, I'm trying to find words, like just smacking daily wins, like you said, just constant daily wins, just constantly creating evidence for yourself. That's what. So let me use myself. When I didn't do that self-sabotaging behavior last week, that was like a small win for me. I was like, yes. It was continued trust in myself.
Massive, dude. It was small in the moment, but huge in the fact that you were able to actually identify, you were to hit the brakes and actually execute. Because how many times have you not done that and tried?
Oh,
hundreds,
thousands. Yeah. Thousands.
Yeah. So
this Christmas,
trying to go to bed earlier, if you're trying to go to bed earlier and you say, I'm going to go to bed at 8:29 rather than 8:30, it's A, you identified that you're fucking up. B, you've taken the initiative to get in bed 1 hour early. C, you checked a box, you feel good. Okay, it can be the smallest little thing. Just start fucking moving those. So you said small because yes, it was small, but in essence, it was huge. The brain almost doesn't recognize the difference.
It's interesting to hear you said it's like dogs, Johnny, because you know what? Our dogs really don't reflect on time. So if you leave your dog for 5 minutes or 5 hours, they don't know whether it's 5 minutes or 5 hours. It's you've left them, right? It's the same. It's kind of the same way, right? That you said to me, it's a small decision. But you know what? It's funny because Lauren and I talked about it 3 days later, and she's like, "You did really good this Christmas." I said, "Yeah, I did actually do really good this Christmas because I made a lot of little good decisions, John. A lot of little good decisions that when yesterday I was sitting down at my desk yesterday, didn't feel fat, didn't feel foggy, didn't feel tired, didn't feel like husky and overweight and bloated because I believe I made a lot of little accumulative decisions. And that's great about our relationship because your whole life's been a different kind of discipline than mine has been. So I still battle some of these little things and I share them with you because I'm more like perhaps the normal man on our show, right? So those little decisions along the way added up to me feeling pretty good about myself yesterday. You know what I'm trying to say?
Hell yeah, bro. Hell yeah. Yeah. And that's, I mean, I think if people could, and that's one of the things that I just bludgeoned my daughters with is, you say it, you better fucking do it.
Yes.
If you're not
so guys,
don't say it if you're not going to do it.
That's fucking magic right there. Because when I got on this show before I even met you, I got in here, looked in the camera and said this. And then I said to myself, okay, now I said it. I got to fucking do it. Now that I said it, I got to do it. Because if I don't, then I'm a hypocrite. I fucking hate hypocrites. Hate them. Sorry. I know you don't like that word, but I strongly dislike because it's just, anyways. Guys, here's my offer to you. If your life depended on it, what's the one small promise you could keep every day this week that would make you respect yourself again? And as John said, it's one little thing a day. Hey, Johnny, before you go, Jimmy.
John, before you go, Tokyo has a building so thin it looks fake. Bright yellow, 5 floors, sharp corner under a meter. It's called the Sankaku Biru.
triangle building. From the right angle, it's a cardboard cutout, but it's real. 4 different families live in it, built on a wedge plot, like someone parked a car and said, build a home. Inside is a long, skinny triangle, tiny kitchen strip, micro shower, narrow sleep zone. Storage is basically imagination. Best part, the toilet is separate, across the hall. Your bathroom break is a hallway adventure every single time. John, honest question. Do you think you can fit in there, or do we need to rent it as a coat closet?
Well, let's have a look.
Love my dad. Look at that, eh? I don't think you'd fit in that. Honest to God, I do not think your width would fit in that. Seriously.
Yeah, you know, there's been times like when I'm buying homes, I look at how well they'll fit through door jams. There was a home that I chose not to buy because I got to twist my shoulders to get through these. I'm not doing that for 20 years.
Well, when I was in Peru and I was at the Inca ruins, and Lauren and I were climbing the Inca Trail there. We saw a bunch of Inca ruins. So I'm not clearly as big as you are, but you could imagine I went to some Inca ruins. I had to walk the doors like this. So I'm 5'7". I'm broad shouldered, but not like you by any stretch. So I can not relate, but I can only imagine some of the homes you've been into to try to get into the fucking rooms.
Yeah, no, I mean, and when you're just in and out of some place, it's totally fine. But when you're living normal life, you don't want to be.
Yes,
it's like when you got these really tall basketball players. If they're not made with a really tall door jam, they won't even do it. They're not going to duck their head every time they fucking go room to room. It's silly.
Yeah. Well, 100%. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I'll tell you what's not silly. Well, actually, maybe it was silly. Did you have this cassette player like I did? So, Jimmy, show this up. I got a little vintage track for you. Check this out. So, remember these cassette players when it was like this technology would flip it over? Did you have one of those? I did. I remember when we upgraded the cassette player. Hey, no,
I never had one of those. That's sharp.
Yeah. This basic technology, it flipped it over. So you didn't have to take the cassette out and turn it around and put on the other side. It was just this automatic boom, boom, right? So those of you that are growing up like Keith and John, you'll recognize what I'm saying.
We made the tape to where it would just start playing it the other direction and you'd get the other side.
Yes.
That's the one I had. If you'd see it, it'd come in, it'd go gunk, and then it'd be going this way, and it'd go gunk, and then it'd start going back the other way, your side B.
This is the Nakamichi. I remember when my parents got a VCR, John, with the wired remote control, and there was a button on it that would allow you to eject the cassette. But I was puzzled because I could sit 10 feet across the room and eject the cassette. But then I still had to get up to take it out and put it back in.
What
I was like, well, why?
What good is that?
What the hell's the point? What are you doing today, man? What's on your agenda today?
Well, I've got one more day with my family. So I'm going to hit this content with Ben. I'm going to go I'm going to go get my nap early, and then I'm going to get up. I got to do a couple hours of work. About that time, the kids should be waking up, and then we're going to have a late morning, afternoon together. And then tomorrow everybody scats. So one more day of enjoyment with my family.
Nicely done. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's a lot of fun, man. Hey, so you'll enjoy this. I had a guy reach out yesterday. This is pretty neat, actually. So I had a guy reach out yesterday. His name's Sam Mitchell. He's got autism. And his subject line to me was, Keith, I have autism. I want to be on the show with you and John and change the story. My response, let's do it. He's joining us on Thursday or Friday. He's like, I'm high functioning. And he's like, yeah. So I'm like, fucking rights, man. So he's going to hang out with you and I. And it was literally, I want to hang out with you and John to tell the story and basically reframe autism. Like, all right, let's do it.
Let's go, baby.
So what I love about that, it was this clearly walking towards like fear or failure. Like, I want to join the show to talk to you guys about this. I'm like, all right, let's do it. Right. So let's do it. That's fun. So coming up later this week. So cool.
Love it, baby.
All right, pal. Say hi to Ben for me. Say hi to Terry for me. Say hi to the entire gang for me. Lots of love from me to you. Enjoy your day. A lot of fun today. And we'll see you tomorrow, pal.
Have a good loop, my brother.
All right. Johnny's out of here, guys, and we're going to get into this one, that I'm not driven by success. Oh, no, fuck no. You guys think I'm driven by success? You're wrong. I'm driven by fear.
People ask why you work so hard. Like ambition needs therapy. Like hunger is a problem you should outgrow. They call it a compliment, but it lands like judgment. Like slowing down is maturity and driving is damage. Here's the truth. A lot of us are scared, not of looking bad, of real failure, quiet, private, 2 a.m. failure. Success doesn't kill fear, it upgrades it. Now it's not will I make it, it's will I waste it. Comfort turns killers into commentators. Comfort says you've done enough. Discipline says keep becoming. Discipline is cheaper than regret. Morning Focus starts now, not to flex, to stay honest. Let's go.
All right, Morning Focus. So guys, people ask me why I work so hard. Like, dude, like why are you working so hard still? I heard it all week over the Christmas break. Why are you still working? Why don't you have some time for yourself? Why don't you slow down, Keith? Why don't you just coast? Don't you got enough money in the bank? Like, why don't you just enjoy what you've already built? And you know what, Jimmy? I take it as a compliment. Yeah, I'm like, sure, that's fine. I like that. Talk to me. And folks will come to me and say it like it's a compliment. But I know deep down, there's judgment baked into it. Like hard work is a trauma response. Like ambition needs therapy. First of all, maybe it's all about reframing the word work. If you guys think this is work, well, you're grossly mistaken. This is not work. This is building in disguise. Because people wonder, oh, man, why all that ambition? Maybe there's therapy around the corner. It's like hunger is something you're supposed to grow out of. What the fuck? What book you reading? Well, I got something for you, guys. And I pride myself on being transparent nonstop. It's funny, I said this to my dad on the weekend. One of two things are happening to me. We're either hitting grand slam home runs with the success we're building, or we're going out in fucking flames for everything that I've said every single day for the last few years, because I hide nothing. I wear it on my sleeve. I put it all out there. And here's what's next. You want to know the truth? You want to know the truth, nation? I'm fucking scared. Oh, baby. I'm fucking scared of failure. And before you clap for that, let me be clear. Not the cute, rebranded failure that everyone posts about. No. I'm talking about real failure. The kind that quickly shows up at 2 a.m. The kind that says, really, Billis? Was that all you really had? What, you can't send the fucking email to Cuban? You can't spend the time to dig into Netflix and say, hey, we got a show we're building here? You can't take an extra minute to send 10 more notes to people while everybody else is sitting back trying to figure shit out? The kind where no one else notices, but I do. Because here's the thing, guys. I've already lived one version of my life. As a matter of fact, I've probably built and lived several. I have built something massive. I've had the money, the status, the validation, the whole thing. True story. But you know what it tells you? You know what it tells you? And you know what nobody tells you? There's nobody ever writing a book to tell you this. That success, it doesn't kill fear. Ask Jensen Huang, one of the richest guys in the world, who still works 7 days a week, answering thousands of emails, running NVIDIA. What's Warren Buffett? 80-something, finally retiring? Because guys, if you've tasted, if you've walked, if you've stood along success, whether you measure success with finance, whether you measure success with friends, family, however you define success, success doesn't kill fear. It changes it. Because then now my fear, the fear that I have isn't, will I make it? It's more like, will I waste it? Am I getting soft? Will I start playing defense instead of offense? Will I start protecting what I built instead of becoming who I'm capable of? Oh, I've talked about that before. Scared of regret. Send the fucking email. There's no judgment, because that's the shit that scares me. Because I know what comfort does, and I know what comfort does to those that have achieved it. I've watched it erase sharp people. I've watched it turn killers into commentators, feeling complacent, feeling content, because I've been there. And I've seen it, because here's what happens. Comfort whispers in your ear, and it says, oh, you've done enough, Keith. You've already achieved something. Why do you need to do more? But then fear screams back at you and it says, you're not done. You're not done. And here's the thing. I've learned through my life that I trust fear more. I don't wake up early because I love mornings. Are you fucking kidding me? I wake up early because discipline is cheaper than regret. Yeah, you heard me. Discipline is much cheaper than regret. I don't push myself because I hate myself. I push myself because I respect what I've been given. And I'm not about to half-ass it. And that's why I'm so fucking passionate in front of this microphone. That's why I'm so fucking passionate when I talk to all of you. Because you've all been given the same thing I have been given. But too many are looking for shortcuts. Trying to drive, looking for that shortcut. And yeah, I'm scared of letting people down. My kids, my community, all of you. The people who see themselves in me. But I'm even more scared of letting myself down. Regret. I'll take an extra minute to send the extra email. I'll knock on that extra door, left door, right door, make the extra phone call. Because I'm even more scared of looking back one day and realizing I chose easy over honest, safe over alive, comfort over contribution. So if my work ethic makes you feel uncomfortable, good. Because it's not meant to inspire you. It's not meant to motivate you. No. It's meant to remind you that you don't run any faster. You do not run fear by slowing down. You outrun it by building something so real, so disciplined, so intentional that fear has no room left to control you. So, you ask me, Keith, why do you work so hard? Well, fuck you. It's not because I'm chasing success. It's because I refuse to live with the version of me that didn't fucking try. True story.
Nation, no one is random. Your emotional baseline is a signal, and life keeps matching it.
When you're about to pop off, your IQ drops. Give yourself one rule, pause, then speak.
Stop envying the highlight reel. Everyone trades something off camera, health, privacy, or real presence.
It's time for the community corner. Handsome Chief, take it and drop yours. What's the trade you're making lately?
Hey guys, phone lines are open, 431-300-3005. Come join the live conversation with me right now. Pick up your phone, stop lurking, come join the show. Are you scared of success? Are you scared of not getting started? What do you fear? You fear regret? I'd love to hear from you. 431-300-3005. Come send me a voice. Come send me a text. Come send me a voicemail. Come join the conversation or come say hello in the comments. What are you scared of? What are you scared of? All right, let's get on over to the community corner. Fabian Hensler says your inner emotional state acts like a frequency that attracts the people and the experiences you meet. That there's no encounter that is random. Others operate as mirrors and teachers for your unresolved wounds and your emerging strengths. You get what you are, not what you want. You heard me. You get what you are, not what you want. Think about that for a second. I want. But then, Jimmy, you hit the snooze button. Self-sabotaging behavior in the kitchen. Self-sabotaging behavior before you get to bed at night. I want. You hit the snooze button. You sleep in. You're 10 minutes late for your meeting. I want. Fuck that. You get what you are, not what you want. Change your internal state to change who you meet. Think about that, nation. Every person reflects your inner world. Some reveal your power. Others expose the wounds and unresolved patterns. Your recurring emotional states, that fear, that shame, that self-worth, that gratitude, wow, you broadcast it into the field and you draw those matching experiences. So ask yourself this, that life you have, it's going to repeat the same lessons in different bodies until you shift your emotional baseline and identity. You heard me and John talking about it earlier. Why don't you trust yourself? You want deeper love? You want better respect? You want better relationships? Well, here's my invitation for you. Shift some emotional awareness. Cultivate it. Honor yourself. Love yourself in action first. Because you don't, you're going to keep showing up with those patterns that are self-sabotaging you nonstop. So here's the question, nation. What patterns keep showing up in your relationship because you haven't changed your frequency? We get Spartacus coming through in the comments here. Nothing like being real. True story. I believe we all fear success, but you got to push forward regardless of the outcome. It's absolutely the truth. Substack, the mantra that keeps you from saying what you regret. Ryan Martin says, when emotion spikes, judgment narrows. You're vulnerable to impulsive, regrettable reactions. But then, Ryan says, a short, familiar mantra gives your mind something stable to grab onto. Mine is true motherfucking story. Because when that mantra runs through my head, it makes me unstoppable. True motherfucking story. It interrupts any emotional spiral that sends me in the wrong direction. It stops self-sabotaging behavior for me. Why? Because it helps me stop. Because the goal isn't to shut emotion off. It's to stop the emotion from driving behavior all by itself. I shared with you my journey at Christmas time, that self-sabotaging behavior I was onto. Oh, I'm going to go eat some bad food. I'm going to feel bad. I'm going to feel fat. I'm going to feel husky. But then no, I stopped myself. I said to myself, self-sabotaging. I'm going there. True motherfucking story. I can do this. So that mantra, simple, believable, personal. But if they feel fake or complex, you're not going to recall anything under stress at all. Put the reps in, that practice, crucial, because you will default nonstop to whatever you have rehearsed most. So if you've rehearsed standing in the kitchen, at the fridge, at the pantry, asking yourself what you are going to crush next, good luck. I want. Yeah. You want? What's your actions? What's your mantra when you're about to lose it? What is it? What is it, Sully? What is it, Petra? What's your mantra, Spartacus? When you're stuck, when you're going down the path of self-sabotaging behavior, you're about to lose it. What's your mantra that changes your emotion to a state that you can control? All right, let's keep going, guys, over to LinkedIn here. Sheriff Shedda. Yep, Sheriff Shedda. Sheriff Shedda says one of the biggest leadership illusions is believing others have it all figured out. Yeah? Well, here's the reality. We all don't. Everyone is trading one thing for another. It's true. Just some of us are better at hiding it or sharing it than others. It's true. Married people, they crave freedom. Except me. Love my wife. Yeah. Except when she drives me nuts. Hey, guys, we all have wives that drive us nuts. I love you, Peanut. Singles, they want love. The young want to grow up. Remember going to school? I wish I was working. They've been working. I wish I was in school. Well, the old want youth. The famous want privacy. The unknown. They want recognition. Jimmy wants to be tall. Hey, just saying. The poor want money. Yeah, the rich regret what they've sacrificed to get it. Hey, I can joke because I'm shorter than Jimmy. So I know. Yeah, true story. It's why I have this propensity to tease little people, because I'm a little person. So if y'all are offended by me teasing little people, I'm fucking sorry, man. Because I have researched lifts. I've researched the step ladder for my Jeep. Yeah, I've been there. I've been that guy. So those of you that don't want me to tease the little people, sorry, I'm a little person and I'm going to tease everybody I want because I am a self-deprecating little person. Because perspective, Jimmy. Yes, perspective. It's Jimmy's dream to be tall. Perspective is a leadership skill. Understanding people or trading help. Listen, before envying someone's position, if they're fucking taller than you, shorter than you, ask what they traded. Time, health, relationship, privacy, peace of mind. Because for high performers who have it all on paper, yeah, that sleep, that presence, that family, well, they're probably choosing no more than yes. Oh, that's the secret. Because here's the question for you guys. What are you trading for your success, and is it worth it? Maya, what are you trading for your success?
Nation, you heard it. Stop living on autopilot, upgrade the signal, slow the reaction, and choose the trade on purpose.
One sentence only. What's the pattern you keep meeting? And what's your mantra when you feel the spike? Follow us on LinkedIn, Substack, YouTube, and tag someone who needs this. Community Corner out. We'll see you inside the lab.
Boom, boom, boom. Yes, sirree, baby. Today, the big show. Today, the big show wasn't about getting fired up for the new year. No, we leave that for other shows. Nope. It was about being honest. Yes, the week of honesty, the week of the void, Melissa. People be like, oh, man, okay, it's December 29th today. I got a couple more days of self-sabotaging behavior before I decide to go January 1st. Before I decide to do my New Year's resolutions. Yeah. Well, the fire comes back and then real life shows up. And for a lot of guys, that is where things might fall apart over the coming weeks and months. So if you take one thing from our conversation today, it's this. Motivation, gentlemen, isn't the problem. Trust in yourself is. Trust that you'll still show up when the feeling is gone. And I got an invitation for you, and it's going to cost you nothing. So nation, ears up for this. My invitation goes like this. We have a live morning show. It's called Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and Friends. We go live at 8 o'clock Eastern time on YouTube, LinkedIn, and X. Every 24 hours, this loop begins. If you are looking for an accountability partner to help you get your day started, to help you build trust in yourself, to help pick you up when you've fallen down, because you're going to fall down. You're going to fuck up. How do I know? Because I do daily. So my offer to you is come get up and join myself and John, Marty, Petrocelli, Sullivan, Spartacus, good time. A lot of folks show up here every single day for one reason and one reason only, for inspiring conversation that helps move the day forward. We don't always get it right, but what I can offer you is this, a community that is kind, a community that is welcoming, and a community that'll catch your motherfucking ass when you fall, because you're going to. Guys, I work daily on trust for myself. I work daily on making decisions that'll help me move to the next day. Quick recap, guys, if you missed us earlier. We got after because the playoff picture in the NFL, well, it set itself up yesterday, and a lot, which in many ways it made us all reflect upon the year, look in the mirror, and go, oh my God, I don't like how I feel. I don't like how I look right now. We got a little talk about silver. We talked silver. Yeah, we talked silver. We're not a finance show, but we talk silver. You might want to pay attention to the silver markets right now. Maybe there's an opportunity to make some money. Ben Bressington. We talked about how he failed chemistry to running a lab and how mushrooms played a role in changing his life. And no, not magic mushrooms. The handsome chief here, the Unk. Melissa came into the show today thinking totally Sarah Seibilin. Totally thought it was a magic mushroom show. I had all my questions, all my love, all my laughter, all my humor wrapped around the magic mushrooms conversation and had nothing to do with it. I do have a mushroom story that I haven't had a chance to share anybody yet. So as a young man, I think I was 16, was dating a young lady, had her over, made dinner for her. Melissa, Jimmy, I don't think I told you guys this story. So I made some dinner for her. Yep, true story. Spaghetti and meat sauce with mushrooms in it. Yep. She crushed the mushrooms, crushed the meat sauce, crushed the spaghetti. Hour later, boom, passed right the fuck out. Reaction. What's wrong? Was there mushrooms in that? Yeah, of course. I'm allergic to mushrooms. Holy fuck. Yeah. Ended up at the hospital. Yep. Get to the hospital. Gets to check in. Finds out her doctor died a few months earlier. I'm not making the shit up. So the handsome chief almost killed a early girlfriend by giving her mushrooms for dinner and then showed up and the doctor that she had was dead. So there you go. Little mushroom story this morning on Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends. We talked about why motivation feels strong right now and why it fades by February and why so many men stop trusting themselves after repeating the cycle year after year. Guys, I've been doing this show now for a couple New Years, and I'm telling you, let's not make those same mistakes we made last year. Guys, we're back at it. Less than 22 hours to keep this conversation going to help you walk into the new year clearer than ever before. Tomorrow's guest, Jacopo Aiello, the billionaire's secret. What this Italian entrepreneur learned eating dinner with the ultra rich, and it comes up tomorrow. Live right here on the big network. Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends. And of course, it all gets started at 7:30 Eastern time with Matt Roof and Kindness Rising. Guys, next week, we've got a couple new shows dropping. Brianna Bass. Yes, we're talking sex. We're talking relationships. We're talking everything that nobody else will talk about in the mornings when it comes to relationships and sex and men and women. Unspoken words. No, I'm still trying to figure out the name of the show. No Unspoken Words with Brianna Bass is coming up. And then we got The Feed with myself, John Kraske, Brooks Widar, and Geraldine Spurnaway dropping as well. And then yes, thank you. No Safe Words with Brianna Bass. And then, of course, on Friday, we got the resident Dr. Petrocelli, of course, joining us for the No Bullshit sessions every Friday here on Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends. All right, until tomorrow, out of here. 22 hours later, we'll see you guys live right here, 8 o'clock Eastern time on The Big Show, Mornings in the Lab with Keith, John, and friends.